Lagos City! You know, the way I was screaming the other day when the Super Eagles got those results, I don't know, I could scream that way again. Can I really go back and do that better again? But then this is what it is. Welcome again to the Football Fans Lounge. Amazing people on the outside. You don't know how I feel right now to reach out with you in the Lagos City and also on beyond forever where you're reaching out from now. We talk about this one very, very well. Today, it's a very different day. I'm back on the radio. It's a Tuesday, so maybe possibly, let me say apologies. Did you know would not come your way because we've got a lot of serious matters to talk about on the show. On the show this evening, we look into the part, the Iwobi saga. Does he deserve all of this? Ahmed Musa advising Nigerian people. Support from the government sport minister, John Eno. Several sack. Let them know the disadvantage, I'll tell you. What next for Super Eagles? That's the song that Samuel Kosurali said, that of blessed memory. Which way, Nigeria? And also we go to Europe top flight, talk about Javi Alonso, Liverpool or Barcelona, Kobe Mino, Ghana or England. Tony Kroos, what's the stay? Do you stay back or go again? The Canio saying Inter Milan got stronger since Onana left. We talk about the league football. Inter Milan on top of the log, Bayern Leverkusen doing so well, Real Madrid on top, Jude Bellingham injured. Liverpool, Man City doing well for themselves, Erling Haaland in the mix, KDB the man talk about, and also McTominay, Conor Gallagher, and then Chelsea Football Club. Are they back to winning ways? Are we gonna see one step front, three step backward? Well, I'm going to introduce myself, Lagos. I love to say that I'm the only man without Pacey Info Lagos City. And all you need to do right now, give me your attention on the show so I can run your race on the radio like Kylian Mbappe, Vinicius Jr. Nobody can hurt me, not even Jude can barely harm me. Kizzy K, the only man I got baptized on the radio without the water. And I went back to the village. They gave me the title. Talk about a big name, Ejinaya. And he said, you are Kizzy K, Okurora one of VOP now the Punch FM Lagos City, the best place to be at all time. And I love to shoot from the outside like I'm Fedi Valverde. Okay, so this evening on the show, I just would talk about this. I was saying with someone on the radio before now, I said this, we not on the radio, sorry, off air, beg your pardon. I said to him, the Iwobi talk, we didn't win the Nations Cup. And he said, what next? And I said, the next thing now is to defend Iwobi on this one. I'm going to do that, right? Okay, so let's get on talk ways quickly. And you know, when the stuff like this, Ahmed Musa, the skipper of the Nigerian side, has come to say, right, stop bullying Alex Iwobi. Ahmed Musa begs fans after the AFCON defeat. The captain of Nigerian national team football, Ahmed Musa, has pleaded with fans of the Super Eagles to stop cyber attacks directed to his teammate Alex Iwobi following Nigeria loss to Cote d'Ivoire the final of just concluded AFCON 2023. Now Musa posted it on his X handle, formerly known as Twitter, asked that fans should halt the attack directed towards the midfielder. He said, cyberbullying is not just a violation of decency but also a serious crime. It's hypocritical to claim that football will unite us while engaging in such behaviors. Losing a game is undoubtedly tough. It is undoubtedly tough. But targeting a single player for the team shortcomings is unfair and unjust. We win as a team and we lose as a team. And let's give us all his best on the field, just like every member of our squad. He urged that instead of spreading negativity, genuine love and support should be shown towards the player. He added, they need our encouragement now more than ever. Let's uplift each other and stand united both in victory and defeat. Thanks. Now VOP Sports, earlier reported that Alex Iwobi deleted all those Instagram photos after he was dragged on social media by some Nigerian fans during that defeat on Sunday. Now let me say this again and let me be very clear. Cyber bullying or cyber crime, whichever one you talk about, it's a crime. You don't want to do it. And I'm loving the message from the skipper. Talk about Ahmed Musa. I'm really deeply in support of this very one. So I'm pushing on this one. I'll bring you what Bola said. Talk about Azizat or Shola. But moving on, Alex Iwobi in shock retirement from Super Eagles after Ivory Coast defeat. Super Eagles midfielder Alex Iwobi said to be considering his future with the national team done. Now, sources told VOP Sport that Iwobi is unhappy with the criticism he has received following Nigerian outing at the 23 African Cup of Nations. On Sunday, the Eagles lost to the final side, Ivory Coast. I call them the final side because they got the result right and they look very big now. Now, despite taking the lead in the first half, Iwobi, who plays his club football for Fulham, featured for 79 minutes before he was replaced by Alassane Yusuf. Now, after the game, the midfielder became the target of cyber bullies and trolls, forcing him to delete in all the media on his Instagram page. Iwobi is now actively considering now playing for Nigerian future again And I'm loving the message from the Sport Minister rally support for Iwobi amid cyberbullying incident. Now, the Honorable Minister of Sports Development, Senator John Owa, who led the Super Eagles of Nigeria back home after the final 23 AFCON match, saw that game, which saw Nigeria play the host country Cote d'Ivoire to bring home the silver medal. Now, Super Eagles midfielder Alex Iwobi, following the recent social media hula baloo by cyberbullies, he said, let me quote on the show right now. He said, I am aware of what is happening on social media, and as the minister, this isn't the first time we are going to make a statement against bullying, not just you, but our sportmen and women in general who are exposed to bullying due to the outcome of competition. We are condemned, or we are concerned about how our sportsmen and women are treated. So this is condemned. The final AFCON 3 match has seen the jersey number 17 forward player experience a routine of unpleasant remark hurled by him by cyberbullies and schmucks. Now, it will be confirmed leaving social media after the final game. For me, I have taken myself out of the social media after yesterday's game. Now, Senator John Eno encouraged the footballers, saying, you did your best for your country, and I'm proud of you. The leadership and the rest of the country is proud of you. Those who are not in the family are also in the far minority and do not speak for the rest of the country. So just be strong. You did your best. You are part of the team that brought home a silver medal, which the country last won at the AFCON 2000, which is 23 years ago. You put in your best. Thank you very much. The Minister of Sports strongly condemns any activity which seeks to bully or harm any Nigerian athletes. Okay, so before we go and talk ways, let's bring this one to you, my friend. Okay, Pesero. They'll be like, if Pesero is your guy, what's next for Pesero? But how do you feel on the show? I don't feel cool, right, sincerely, about Pesero, right, but he's just one man who's got his archive right this time around, regardless of not giving us the trophy. But can I share this with you? Sound like a bit of truth, but just what it is. Pesero is in the eyes of people. Club side are really, countryside are watching on Pesero. He got the job done close. His ultimatum got passed. What more can be said about Justice Pesero? And this man, former Nigerian international Peter Said Ida, has called for the sack of Super Eagles coach Joseph Pesero, despite leading the national team to the final of the AFCON 2023. Recall that Nigeria lost 2-1 to Ivory Coast in the final on Sunday. The ex-international questioned the Gaffer defensive approach to games, which he said is new to the country. You know, a lot of people have asked me yesterday, what do you make about Pesero? And he said, what do you think? I said, fire him. Let me make it a little bit lighter for us. When we were younger, we used to shout, oh, while watching Nigerian game. What that sound signifies is that our football as a nation is past base. And I'm not a fan of the story, right? But let me tell you this one quickly before I go to the part where you need to hear me talk more. If you are letting the Pesero leave, it doesn't sound like I'm trying to take side. I'm not a part of the case. Check my passport. I've got Nigerian decent, right? But let me let you know that the disadvantage, everything in life has got an advantage and a disadvantage as well. Now, if you're letting the Pesero leave, how much more are you prepared come the next AFCON? The World Cup is coming up. The 2026 World Cup, South Africa happens to be the next game. All of this will be checked about. Pesero literally knows all of these players. Now, his defensive method is not cool enough for some people. You know, what's my point on this? Not cool for me if the goals were coming and, you know, they hold on the game and make us enjoy the game. But is that a style of play? Yes. If you don't know, this one is very vital. These are managerial concepts. I could call a lot of managers. I could call like 15, 20 managers who play football with this approach. But the difference is that you need to own up the game. You need to own the game. You need to have an identity from transitioning from the back to the front line. This Super Eagles set of players play from the back. Go check them out again. The final was like the worst time I ever saw them play. They play from the back very comfortably. Look at Simi Ajayi, Trus Ekong. They play from the back. Onyeka gets the ball from them. Ola Aina transition, Sanderson transition. Now the Iwobi stays so deep. That's the Pesero thing. And I recall one of the time when the TV Ike was talking, he said Iwobi was doing the manager's instruction. The manager said, what the manager instructed him to do, that's what he's doing. So why do we point them all blame? But let me just go over that when I talk about the man on me show on the show. Okay. It's a very big evening again on the radio. Ike, you're welcome. How are you doing today?
Good evening, Kizzy. Good evening to you, our listeners.
I'm sounding a little bit upset.
You sounded upset?
A little bit.
Why are you upset?
Not really upset, but I don't know. I don't like the Iwobi story. The saga.
Well, it is part of the game.
Yeah, it's part of the game, but I don't think I want to. I love this one. It's bad. how bad it is.
Yeah, I understand what you mean by you don't think you want to see a player like that. Yeah, I understand it. No one wants to see a player like that. I mean, perhaps this is one of those reasons or one of those points where we have to really, make rules and then come to a certain level to understand that certain things are actually not necessary.
Right.
But of course, for what's going on with Iwobi, I think the reason why I've always said they should cut him some slack is, I mean, he's just obeying instructions.
Right.
And sometimes when you carry out instructions, these things happen in the mafia world. When your boss sends you a message to carry out instruction, just do the job.
There's a reason why I talked about this man. What's the goalkeeper? Man on the post. Talk about Okoye, Udinese. Yesterday I saw Udinese winning that game. The last did win was back in 2015. And it was a great result for those guys. But let me be realistic with you, right? On the parts where Maduka Okoye did not join the national team, at some point he said he was out. And he used an illness, a better word to say he's not strong enough. But let me let you know, I could say that if I have my way to talk to Maduka Okoye, you would find out that these are one of the reasons why Ozoho also faced this sometime. And Peter Saida came to say to the media that he knows how big this can be when a player is on social media and not on the right side. Now, Alex Iwobi, as someone was saying to me, why does he have to delete this? And I said, bro, you've not been on the space before. The national team is big. The jersey is big. It's a responsibility. And if you're doing the job for Nigeria, my point is, I love what Ahmed Musa is saying now. Why do you do this? How do you start? Come on.
There are certain players that, do certain kind of things on the pitch, right? And this is one of the reasons why I've always said that if you are a versatile player, if you are a player that is described as a utility player.
Just say the word schema.
No, not schema.
Okay, utility player.
Yeah, right? if you are described as such, I don't think you're a good player.
Okay.
Yes, and this is one of the reasons why Iwobi suffered a lot. At some point he was actually playing somewhere around left back for Fulham when he just joined. These are the
rifle back.
Yes, rifle back.
Everton also
yeah. So these are the things, right?
And he did well.
But I know your point. You can't say he did well, but then when a player is subjected to all of these things, right? You see it as him just carrying out the instructions, but then it doesn't really bring out the best in him. See, I can go on and on. Nigerians have always watched football. We can go on and talk about players who have actually carried out instructions to the letter. Obi Mikel did it for Jose Mourinho.
Right.
Lassana Diarra did it for Jose Mourinho.
Mara Fellaini,
these players carry out instruction. This is just one of those instructions that went bad. If Nigeria had won, nobody. Yes, of course. If Nigeria had won, nobody would have been talking about the Iwobi. This is why I said cut him some slack. If you want to blame anyone, blame the coach.
I would not agree with you on that part. For several, no.
Seriously.
I'll tell you now. You blame the coach. The truth of the matter is, we saw that the Ivorians vandalized those properties when they lost 4-0 to Equatorial Guinea. My point is this. That's something you always say, and I love to hear that. This is part of the game, but not in support. We don't support this. When I mean part of the game, outside of the game, it's not the first time it happens in Europe. Ronaldo was in the Europe in the Euro tournament. He got back to United and house got punched. All of these are big problems. But the question is, I love that. If we did get the result right, the reverse would have been the case.
Of course. Now, see, if we had gotten the result right. The call for the sack of Pasero will still be the same. It might not be
that big, right?
as big or as pronounced as it is, but Nigerians will still come out. Personally, me, I'll still come out. You know that,
right?
To say he should go because this is not the way we play.
But my annoyance on this very part is the fact that Iwobi is not feeling okay at this point. That's one. Secondly, taking it back to young lads, I love to say this again, who are growing up somewhere of Nigeria, not born in Nigeria, but Nigerian descent. I mean, my parents, and they intend to play for the country. Nathan Taylor, with just some days we celebrated his comeback to the national team from Bayer Leverkusen. And all of those guys, when you see them, they know what it takes to play for the national team. Sometimes they want to play for Nigeria, no doubt of this, because the space is here. But one thing is certain: if a player, like you see Onyeka moving from Brentford to Nigerian national team, if a player leaves the club side to represent his nation, it gets more value. Now it means that your country side watches you every day and they know you well. Exactly. Now, what about the upcoming kids? What about the kids? What about those ones grown that want to play good football, that think Nigeria is the next place to be? Nigerian decent, of course. Well, Adebayo of London Town, you know that guy. And he sees all of these. Do you think Just tell me the way it is. Do you think they want to come back to play?
You're even talking about the likes of Adebayo, who actually just still very coming into the spotlight, right? We can go on and talk about Olise. We can talk about Eberechi. Right. We can talk about Ogachukwu and Chukwuemeka for Chelsea. Right. These guys are actually at that level where they can actually get an invite to play for the Super Eagles. Will they want to come? These are the big questions, because these guys relate on the pitch after game, before game. Sometimes this cyberbullying of Iwobi is a very big issue, right? Now, if for any reason, right, these guys' parents who actually are more Nigerian than they are in terms of relationship and of course how they get to understand or know the country, they will sit back and then they are obviously the very first point of call at every point in time to say, okay, please talk to your child, right? But then when you see another person's child being treated this way because of an error or because of an instruction he carried out as a professional, what is going to be the response you give to your child when same person needs you? I'll give you an example. In a classroom, right now, you didn't commit an offense, but then the something happened in the class, and then the teacher the teacher flogged everybody. How will you feel?
Definitely feel bad, right?
You exactly. Now, because you didn't do anything, Iwobi just did his best. I'll tell you something for free. One of the best players in that final is Alex Iwobi and Frank Onyeka, because they were so busy. They couldn't even get their heads up. They kept marking all through and through.
Let me pace you with you now. Iwobi saga, does he deserve this? Like, yes or no?
Nobody deserves this.
Okay,
this sort of
Musa advice in Nigeria, welcome development.
Absolutely. I mean,
what about Pesaro? Go or let him stay?
Please let him go. I put please now.
Okay, let Pesaro go. I mean, it's a people's choice. The opinion at the point of everyone has got an opinion, right? I will say it right now. What's next for Super Eagles?
I think we have it. We can confidently say we have a very group. A very good group, a very good crop of players, young players. All we need now is a manager that can actually play the way we play. Right now, we still have a year. Of course, our next match is against South Africa, World Cup qualifiers. Now we still have time, right, to build this team. The South African sides are actually not a very great side. I saw them in this Nations Cup. They are not better than us quality-wise. All we need is to actually get a team that can actually really go on the offensive. Get a manager that is offensive-minded. Let's play good football. We'll beat them. Now we have we have at least a year to the next Nations Cup. Between now and then, we can actually really get our ass together. I love the part we'll beat them. Of course, we'll beat them. So let's go off that Super Eagles story. Okay, I bring it back again on the radio. The Pesaro story, the Iwobi saga, all of this one looks very big, but my case study remains the part where Alex Iwobi, I've got this one for you. My heart longs for your stay back to the national team. Retire when you need to retire. If this is not the right time, then I would say you could give it a rethink. But for Nigerians, where they hear me, so now all of us still beg this Iwobi. I recall when Iwobi was saying, I don't want to play, and we can't beg and say Iwobi is the next thing, he's this one, all of the sweet words. Let's think back at those glory days and let's stop this. But let me say this again, let me shock you on this. This one is called cyberbullying, and it's a crime. Don't be caught on the web. You might be feeling like you've got your mobile, it's my phone, let me just do what I need to do. But if you're caught on this, it's a crime. And it's a crime. A crime is a crime. The Nigerian government will catch you. Okay, so let's go up that one. Jabi Alonso, Liverpool or Barcelona? That's the next big man. Where do you advise him to go? Deco is really, really trying to do so many big things. And he's saying, this man, he talked about Rodri. He said, I love to have Rodri. When Sergio Busquets was leaving for Inter Miami, I was watching Rodri, but I know City would never let him go. Let's talk about this Alonso man. Great job he's doing at Leverkusen, right? Liverpool already knowing Klopp is leaving for the season. Now, this man is the next man everybody's raving. Where would be better for him? He's a Spanish international, haven't played for the likes of Madrid and also for Liverpool. Should he go to Barcelona or Liverpool? Advice. Now, if let me advise Jabi Alonso as a family member, right?
Okay.
Right.
Sounds cool, right?
My advice to him would definitely be to go to Liverpool. I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I'll advise him to go to Liverpool. The reason is simple. Liverpool has a longer threshold or a longer patience span. They can actually allow him stay for 2-3 seasons to actually get his acts together.
Like they did for Jurgen Klopp.
Yes, they did for Jurgen Klopp, even if he doesn't win a trophy. Barcelona is like Real Madrid.
Right.
They need instant success. They are used to winning.
Right.
So if you don't get if you don't get it right the very first season, it's a problem. Right. They start calling for your head, and that's where the big problem is. However, if he goes to Barcelona, it's a very big step. Right. Right. But then I think for a manager who is just getting his very big break from Leverkusen, I think the very next place to go is actually Liverpool.
Okay, let's go on the next one. Kobe Mino, Ghana or England. I keep asking this one. Everybody knows Kobe Mino's. Looking at this guy play, I'm admiring him. I'm not a United fan, but I love to watch Kobe at the time. So Ghana, England, best place, best option.
I think he's still very much growing, but then if he wants to make a move, if he wants to play national team football at this time, I think the very best place to go is Ghana, because the national team of England at this point they're having a very good crop of young midfielders, not just midfielders now, young midfielders that can actually stay that you can actually bank on them to still play at the highest level for close to 10 years. And Kobe Mino is, how old is he? It's about 18, 19.
Right, he's just a teenager.
Right now it's about 3-4 years between him and Declan Rice. Right. We still have Calvin Phillips.
Right.
We still have other young midfielders, Phil Foden's and all of that.
James Madison, Mason Mount. Okay, it's a no-go area for EK. Tony Kroos, having a rating, Carlo Ancelotti said respect your parents, and he talked about something. Some players have lived a life for Real Madrid. Fede Valverde, the Uruguay international said, I would rather die than leave Real Madrid. We've seen a lot of players. Tony Kroos is saying, if I'm having a ton of football, I'm leaving Real Madrid and I'm going to stop playing. He loves Real Madrid. Anytime he's on the game, we see him play. Tony Kroos doesn't look like he's getting old. He needs to win the Euro. But there's something about Tony Kroos right now. Countryside, the Germans are really putting a lot of pressure right now by pleading and saying we need you back. And if you look at the German national team, you begin to wonder they've got the likes of Jan Goretzka. There's also a Kimmich, and also Elke Gundogan. And Tony Kroos has said, I've literally won almost everything in the national team. They've got the young players, let them win. And they are saying come back. When they say come back, it means there's still a hole, there's still a space that he needs to fill in. Now, Tony Kroos having a rating, and I love there's a word that says go when ovation is, how do they say that?
Go when the ovation is higher.
Very, very higher. So now, looking at this man making a U-turn back, he's won the World Cup with the German side. Should he join the team and play for the Euro, or possibly say no?
Tony Kroos is actually
what thinking about, right?
Tony Kroos is actually not the biggest masquerade that has made a U-turn. We've seen Zinedine.
But will he pay him right? Look at his advantage and disadvantage as well.
At this point, if he plays for the national team again and they didn't win anything, it's actually not a loss for him. For his career. It's just for him to just do one more service for his country, right? Tony Kroos is a very good player. We've seen Zidane. He did the same thing. We've seen Lionel Messi, the country president, actually had to beg him to actually reconsider his retirement plan. I hope to see Iwobi also, reconsider his retirement plan someday too. But then for Tony Kroos, he's actually an amazing player.
Right.
One thing a very good team or any good team or any winning side will always need is the perfect blend of youth and experience. Right. Tony Kroos is one man who's going to be bringing that experience part of it. If you look at the German national team set up today, as of today, how many of them have won the World Cup? Right. These are the questions you ask.
So they need those experience.
Yeah, they need those experience.
Okay,
at the highest level.
Let me run again because of time frame. Let's jump to this one now. The league football. The Canio first of all said legend of the game. The Canio said ever since Andre Onana left for United from Inter Milan, Jan Sommer came to replace him. Inter Milan have been amazing. Does this sound disrespectful to Onana? And is it true?
I don't know what he mean. I don't know what he meant.
He said Inter Milan is now more stronger without Onana.
I don't know what he meant by that, but let's wait till the end of the season. If Inter Milan can actually make it to the UEFA Champions League final again, then we can have this conversation.
Oh, I love this point. And you're not going they're not in the league football team. It's not about the league now. The Champions League, because
yes, of course, that's the highest level they went.
That's the highest level of league football.
So let's see if they can actually win the league, become champion of England. Of Italy. Then of course, let's see how far they go in Europe.
Okay.
But at this point, I think it's very, very too early to call.
Bayern Leverkusen, can they win the Bundesliga? Can we be quick to say now?
They have the character.
They've shown something last week. That's enough to say.
They have the character. So Bayern Leverkusen they've not shown that they have the character.
What else do you want?
They have the talents to win, right? They've not shown that they have the character.
Okay, tell me the truth. Do you ever believe they will win Bayern Munich? Look at the goal match. Look at the scoreline. Great result.
No. Did you see that? I cannot say that I believe that they're going to beat Bayern Munich by 3-0.
You didn't say
but I believe they can actually beat Bayern Munich. Anybody can actually beat anybody in football, especially when you're in form.
Okay.
But then what I'm saying is that this Bayern Leverkusen side, I cannot really vouch for them in terms of character at this stage, right? We saw Arsenal last season over 5 points ahead of Manchester City, but when the pressure starts coming, the big boys will be separated from the men.
Okay, so let's go off that one quickly because of time frame. Time is really taking out our friend. Real Madrid, Bellingham injured right now, but of course, Brahim Diaz on the bench. Madrid looks to be, I don't know, they've shown class to Girona. We'll not be mates, maybe just they know. But let Real Madrid, come on. Can they win the league now?
Sugar size, okay.
Sugar size. Okay, that was like a nice response. Let's talk about Liverpool City. These two clubs are on top of the log, right? I not to say for a second, but there's something about Erling Haaland. 73 goals in 78 games in City jersey. 73 goals in 78 games ever since he joined City. Now 2 goals in 77 days for Erling Haaland. He's returned very well. Now one man for Haaland, his figures are phenomenal. So much insane, crazy. Now KDB, let's see, KDB. I've got yours. KDB is big. Now ever since he returned to back to the football for talk about City, he's got this point for himself. Chances created for Haaland. Julian Alvarez has got 12 chances in 1,380 games. Now for Phil Foden, minutes together. Phil Foden is the second, but for KDB, 3 chances in 142 minutes together. 142 minutes together, 3 chances. It means if he stays more, he will get more goals. Haaland, his runs are massive. The second goal he got for the weekend, all he needed was just KDB get the ball. He just took off his eyes. Next thing, the ball was in his front. And that's the quality we see at Dortmund. He had to drag Tarkowski. Of course, he pushed him down. And he bent over and scored the goal. Precision. Why? City, would they win this league? Are you scared?
Scared? For City winning the league?
Right.
I mean, they've won it three times in a row.
So what do you think about this time?
So winning it again, at this point, right, if everybody play the same number of games, right, and they win their next game to complete the same number of 24 games, they actually are at top of the log, right? It shows that they've got quality, they've got the character. KDB is an inspiration, right?
Exceptional player.
The guy comes in and, of course, he sees, Pep Guardiola describes him as one midfielder that sees what others don't see, right?
I love that.
I think that Haaland is one player that has shown the world that I can really score goals, right? Over time we've seen quality players who cannot really, the likes of the Ronaldo da Lima, absolute talent, but they did not get the number of goals.
They need to put them on the talent.
Yes, of course, like Haaland. But then Haaland is just one unique player. You can rest assured that he's going to bury at least 4 chances in every 5 chances he gets.
Magic.
That's how dangerous.
Okay, let's jump up Haaland. I know Haaland talk is very big. You want to talk more about Erling Haaland? McTominay looking at this one very well now. 0.1 from goals because McTominay 7 goals, 0.1, 12, something 12. Dominic Solanke, Erling Haaland, Mohamed Salah, Bukayo Saka, Richarlison, all of these guys on the list. But Scott McTominay comes first, scores 7. He is the league top scorer for Man United this season. Funny how he don't get started. He comes from the bench to Scott International. He's created to score goal. He wants to score. He makes every right run. You could see the cross from down low, and all he needed to do just be in the point, and he had to go. He lifted and he got the goal. Scott McTominay. It's a hard time. Ten Hag look at the bench and be like, "Hey, you come, Scott, start the game." I mean, you think he should keep coming from that way? Kobe Mino's getting the balance.
I mean, it's beyond just coming to score goals.
Right.
The job of a midfielder is not to score goals.
Definitely.
Right. So the coach will always want to look at that person that.
But let me. When you talk about this, I could hold you on the pause now. I was seeing games. Was it during the weekend? And I said, if I come on the radio, maybe because I have no time now to do this. If I open the phone lines and be like Lagos City, what's his name? Martin Odegaard and Jude Bellingham, both number 10s. Who do you think is the best creator? Who do you think you'll give it to? Who do you want to do a repeat? Everybody want to go for Bellingham. Let me tell you, Martin Odegaard is I don't know. It's like my best number 10 at the moment. Martin Odegaard is a creator. He's like a new Messi Ozil. All they need to do Bellingham game is changed. Now the reason why I gave you this example is because we talked about goals. Now the game changed when goals keep coming. Now when you score goals, I feel like you've got the edge out there. Odegaard is scoring, Odegaard is assisting. You don't want to compare his assist to that of Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham is the number 10, but right now in Madrid he's advancing so high.
That's what exactly what I want to say. It's no more a number 10. It doesn't play number 10.
Okay, so what do you now say to McTominay who's scoring goals? Now, a couple Mino, none of those guys can get goals like he's getting.
Exactly the same thing, right? You look at the Zinedine Zidane and you look at Frank Lampard. You cannot compare them. I mean, their worlds apart, miles apart. Lampard's got huge tons of goals, right? But Zidane doesn't even have half of what Lampard's got. But when we talk about who is, a midfield general, then we all know who is a midfield general.
So tell me, McTominay remains on the bench?
Of course, if the coach decides that.
What do you think?
No, what I'm saying is that McTominay is not a better ball player in the middle of the park. He doesn't control games as much as Kobe Mino or any other midfield as Manchester United have at the moment, right? So he can come in, right, when United actually needs goals, or if the coach decides to tweak his formation or his tactical play.
Okay, so because of time, let's run out. Today is a big day. Bring the Champions League bet. McTominay took the party. Conor Gallagher, yesterday, Chelsea, amazing team. The result, look at the screen like a repeat of the game. They got the result 3-1 against Selhurst Park side. And Conor Gallagher's currently good, but I love the Enzo, nice goal. Chelsea are back to winning ways.
I mean, some of their players are beginning to come back, likes of Chilwell and the likes, you know.
Right.
Now, the team seems to be getting its mojo. But then, like I said, their major problem has been injury and inconsistency. So if Chelsea can actually put themselves together, perhaps next season their projects can officially kick off.
Okay, so let me let you know, Lagos City and beyond. The Champions League comes your way today. Round of 16 is back again on your TV screen. One thing I would do definitely is to bring the bed of the sound. I'll bring the sound to you, the best sound I've ever heard of my life. But I'll let you know, Copenhagen play against Manchester City. And that's by 9 p.m. Nigerian time, the first round. I'll be live against Real Madrid today, the first round, 9 p.m. I'll talk about the very game. I'll play with the sound around when the lines are open. But quickly, Pierluigi Collina turns 64 today. The most iconic referee of all time. He's even got onto the game colors. You know the man very well, Collina. Now, a Brighton fan made a 9,000 plus mile round trip from England to Ivory Coast to watch Simon Adingra play in the AFCON final. An away day to remember for the Seagull fans, and that's great. So lastly, this is the one we talk about before the lights are open. This one is very much serious than you can imagine. Now it's about this lady. They call her Agbabola. Her name is Aziza Bashola. So when I'm reading this post, I'm going to be very careful so I don't get to say it wrong, because I might be fine on this. I know people listening, right? Now, it can come with me. This is the last to talk about. The last to open. You know Tunde and not?
Yeah, of course.
Big name. Everybody knows him, right? Now, he posted this on social media and said, Iwobi is out. Thank you, Lord. And Aziza Bashola took it upon herself. She versed. She changed her for him. He said, enough if they do this one. And look at the post. Let me read now. Tunde is an, I'm not going to use the word that says ASSH. You know the rest. I'm not going to say that. You know what it means? Like, Tunde is an dash. Boys give her money to do giveaway in the form gold. That's boys give her money to do giveaway in the form gold. Old, you know, the FO, you know the rest. Old, he said, who the F do you think you are? You know, who the F, I'm not going to say it, I'm going to just be pacing on this. Who the F do you think you are? And what you're about to say, or the Buru, you know, right? And it went as far as saying, you failed in your field and gave up. But you have the guts to call out someone who keeps trying and obviously doing way better than you. If I continue, if I continue, if not so easy now. He now said, Agbayush. And that's Aziza Bashola and Tunde Ednut. If you want to go by posting king, you know what it takes for Tunde to post you on social media. You go viral. Hey, he's a big name, Tunde Ednut. I mean, it's like Mazi Tunde. Let me say that. Mazi Tunde Ednut. Big name. And Oshola took it upon herself. Agbabola, big lady. The Barcelona family, not long she left for the Bay FC or FC Bay. And I don't know if I'm a fan of this story, but I think I love the fact that she's having giving Iwobi the backup she needs, a footballer. Come on this.
Well, the truth is that people with influence in society needs to understand that there's certain lines you don't cross, there's certain things you don't do, because whatever it is you do, a lot of persons will actually see it as a motivation to. Because the truth is, this era of social media, right? A lot of persons really don't even think for themselves, right? Some persons were perhaps sitting on the fence about this Iwobi issue, but of course, when their favorites on the social media space actually dished out a certain opinion about the person, they you know, they run along with it. Now, if I, for example, am a Tunde Ednut person, or someone who actually wait for my favorite influencer to actually do something, and then Tunde Ednut abused Iwobi the way he did, or said something bad about Iwobi, I'll most likely, you know, join Tunde Ednut in solidarity. And of course, Aziza Bashola is no small fish in Africa.
Right, big name as well.
She's the reigning African Footballer of the Year.
Do you want to count quadruple 4 times?
She's the reigning African Footballer of the Year, of course. So she understands how difficult football can be, more so how difficult male football can be, and of course she understands, you know, getting to the final, what it feels like. I mean, she's won the Nations Cup before, so she understands clearly what it feels to play according to coach instruction, right? So I may not like the way she responded to Tunde Ednut, because Tunde Ednut literally did not use insulting word to describe,
but you don't know,
Alex Iwobi.
But
then I think I'm so cool with the kind of I'm so cool with the fact that she actually responded.
The backing, okay, the backing is cool, but your problem is
of course, kind of what she
choice of words.
Yes.
Because of time, let's go back to YouTube and get on this one now. Nelson Junior TV says Kizike. He went as far as saying sack him. He's talking about my guy Pesero. And Benjamin Aleto says earlier the better for Iwobi. Stop playing national team. You an Igbo man, don't pretend you don't know what is happening. Okay, you an Igbo man, don't pretend you don't. Okay, that's Benjamin Aleto. And also Mikado says, at Kizike, good to have you back on air again. What a second half performance from my darling Chelsea yesterday. I'm super excited. Gallagher had found the scoring boat again. Magodo phase 2 is the location. That's from that man Mikado. Now we go now to open the phone line 0700 903 903 903. But there's anything that if there's something that's inevitable before the show goes on end or comes to an end, I'm going to play the Champions League sound so you understand that tonight the Champions League comes back again. Good football, one of the best sound I've ever heard on my life. But let's go back to the phone lines. Let's get people's reaction. Lagos people to be exact, and also the whole of the world. Let's get your reaction on this very one. Well, you can be part of the show right now. You can call us on WhatsApp portal, still much valid, 0700 903 9039, and that's for the WhatsApp. Well, let's go back to the phone call 0700 903 903 903. Welcome. Oh, I did miss that. Back to this one. Stay with me. Let's get on this. It's not time to miss call. We don't miss calls on those days. I'll come back. Hello, what's up?
Hello, good evening.
Great to have you. Join me. Are you good?
And is it Ike? I don't know.
His name is Ike.
Ike,
right.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, this is Mehdi calling from Ogun State.
Okay, let's get you.
Yeah. You see, my contribution goes towards RSUOB.
Okay.
All this sarcastic manner towards him.
Okay.
There's something that
I would. Okay, let me say this, Medic. Sorry for cutting you off at some point. Before you talk about this, please, I would want you to watch the choice of your words. You might be trying to make it right, but you say it wrong. So mind the choice of your words.
I say all this sarcastic member towards him.
Okay.
I'm referring in a good term. I'm not saying that is. You just need to understand what I'm saying.
No, I understand the point.
So what I'm saying in essence is that people should know what to say at the right time, because it's not easy to stay in the pitch to play football. If they thought that the thing is easy, understand, when they go play for community field, they will see the tension. Understand? So staying, being in the pitch in public of many people, they know how it is. Understand?
All right. I got you.
I don't like what is happening towards the world. Okay. So it's not good.
It's not good.
And it's not a matter of tribalism.
It's not exactly. It's not a matter of tribalism. I love that from Medics. Thank you so much, Medics. Keep listening to VOP now at Point FM. Back to the phone lines. Welcome to the show. Good evening. Great to have you. Join me.
This is Udagodon.
Udagodon, you're welcome. Let's have you.
People blame the Iwobi. Iwobi no play well. But I blame the coach.
Okay, Iwobi no say no play well, but you blame the coach.
He knows. Iwobi said he no play well. He go check the case that where he has a midfield. Even I can handle midfield more than that one. It's very, very bad.
You can't
make Nigeria just forgive him. Let him go plan ahead.
Okay.
But our coach, I tell you the truth. Whether the man win the cup or not, I make the sack the man. He knows how it work.
He knows how it work. Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
That's my contribution.
Thank you so much. Say.
This is good work now. Bye bye.
All right, thank you so much. Okay. And he said to my face, my guy knows how being work Pesero. Back to the phone lines on those very one. Welcome to the show. Good evening. What's your name? Location would not be wrong.
Okay, good evening. This is Henry from the Netherlands.
Henry from the Netherlands, you're welcome. A long time have you been? You gave us an AFCON break, but you've been a part of the show though.
Yeah.
How you?
I've been watching, but I haven't had the time to call in.
Okay, Henry, you're welcome. Let's have you.
Yeah. So about Iwobi. Now, first I want to criticize Nigerians for the way they treated him. Yeah. However, I feel like some of this blame also lies on the management team, because after a massive loss like that, which you know the mentality of the country, of the fans from the country, and how they rooted for this team, yeah?
Right.
When you lose a game like that, you want your players to take at least a week break from social media. Look, Iwobi has his rights to retire from football.
Yes, definitely. Yeah?
However, I think also when if we are sharing blames, we also have to share some blame to Iwobi. First, in the AFCON, I was disappointed with his performance. Yeah. However, he needs to have a stronger mentality. Look at players like Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you know how much how much dragging they get online.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Every day.
but he uses it as a fuel to boost himself.
Right.
Not to come and start whining online or crying that Nigerian fans after everything I've done for you. What have you done?
But Henrik, let's be realistic. Iwobi is not the first player who have gone through this. He's not the first player who have deleted his account. But let's say it the way it is. If you want to put blame, I mean, if I have my way to start pondering blame, I can call 3-4 players in that national team who I could put blames on.
Yeah, exactly.
But we can't pick out one player. I mean, it's even wrong generally to pick out to blame a player.
And yes, look, everybody in that team has to share the blame. The final was not what I had expected. Right. To be honest, the final was disappointing. Even some of my friends that I made to watch the final with me, they were like, they told me I wasted their time because it was really disappointing. Now everybody in that team has to share the blame. Yeah, you know that Nigerians will drag you.
Okay.
Even before kickoff of that match, the players in that team know that if they lose that match, they will be dragged online. Right. So you need to build a stronger mentality. Okay. And remember during my interview, I said that Pissarro should not take us to AFCON.
You said so, I recall.
If he takes us to AFCON, we will pass semi-final, but we will not win the trophy. I said exactly.
Henry, you said so. Henry, I'll let you go now, but please, I would want you to cut him some slack. Some accolades would not be bad if you give to Pissarro. He took us to the final and he lost it. I mean, give this man some grace, right?
No. Look. Yeah, I know football that there must be a winner and there must be a loser. But
I love that.
If we had won, if we had lost fighting.
Right. Okay, let me let you go, Henry. I got that. I mean, the network is breaking now. Thank you so much, Henry. Thank you so much. If we had lost fighting, that would have been better. Thank you so much, the man from the Netherlands. Oh, magic of the day. Back to the phone lines. Who's home? Welcome to the show. Good evening.
Good evening.
Great to have you join me. What's your name?
My name is Kingsley.
Kingsley, let's have you quickly. There's no time to check time.
I want just to make comment that the Eagles, they tried their best.
Right.
There is no need for anybody to criticize, So, I play football to a certain level.
Oh.
But it's not easy sometimes.
Definitely, I get it. But
some of the fans just go to the extreme.
Right.
That's the only thing. That's
all right. Thank you so much.
It's all about fun.
Yeah, people should know that. Thank you so much, Kingsley. Very, very welcome. Nice contribution. Thank you so much. The game is all about fun. It is a passionate game. Enjoy the sound. Okay, this one says, good evening, Kizzy K. I missed your voice yesterday. I beg for safety. Mr. Pauline is from Isala. Let's go back to the phone calls right now. Welcome to the show. Good evening. Great to have you join me. What's your name?
Hello, hi, good afternoon. Kizzy, it's Faulkner. How you doing, man?
Very well, Faulkner. It's actually evening right here in Lagos. It's evening. How you doing? Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah.
I'm all right. So, I think on Kizzy, I'm going to disagree with EK.
Okay.
Do you know why I'm going to disagree with him?
Why?
I don't like the fact that what he said about the coach didn't do a good job, some players didn't do good. You see, one thing is that you have to understand how football is played. The way football is played in this African country, how people play street football. People never played in colleges. They don't play by rules.
Right.
I've played in college, and I know that coaches make the decisions. They put in players that they want them to play. Sometimes, like, you can be with a team for like 1 year, and you might not even play 20 games.
Right.
But anytime they call upon you, you should be ready to play. It's not about how you play. It's all about how you contribute to that team.
Immensely to the team, all right.
So for Iwobi, I think it's okay for Iwobi to make up his mind. Reason is that people don't understand. People only watch football. They don't understand all these rules.
Yeah,
it's like you fighting on the street and going to the ring and boxing in the ring.
Right.
There's rules in there. So he played very well to the whatever coach assigned to do. He did his own job. I think it's okay. He did well, so I can't complain.
Okay,
it's fine. Everything is fine with him.
All right. So Faulkner, now contribution. What's the location? Let's know your location.
New York.
Oh.
And also Kizzy,
right.
You also forgot about how they treat other players that they don't want to play for Nigeria.
No, definitely. Faulkner, for me, I feel like that's a case study for another day. I'll definitely bring that on the radio. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
Thank you so much. My man from the New York. All right, thank you so much for being part of the show. Let's go back to the phone line. There's no time to check time. Welcome to the show. Good evening. What's your name? Let's have you.
Hey, Kizimama.
Greetings. How you doing?
Yeah, good especially.
Greetings as well.
Yeah, one and only Osas.
Osas, what's your location? Welcome. Proud City fan. What's your location?
Yeah, I'm coming from my papa.
Okay, from my papa. Let's have you quickly.
Yeah, as you know.
Right.
These things happen, and sometimes we don't have to apportion any blame. They win as a team, they lose as a team. So,
right.
They just got a lot of people slack. I think it was meant to be that the Ivoryans were going to leave the trophy. So I think let's put it there and just move on. And that's what that's the most important thing.
Right. Sincerely, you need to move on.
Look at the better days ahead. And for me, tonight, I think it's a done deal already.
It's a done deal already tonight.
Yeah, we're on course to defending the Champions League. We're defending the title.
I'll ask you one question and let you go. Will you win the Champions League?
It's 100% now. Absolutely, yes. A big capital.
Okay, Osas, thank you so much. Osas, I love it anytime you call me on the radio and you talk with all confidence. Thank you so much. Osas, bless up, man. Safe, man. And you're still listening to Voice of the People now, the Punch FM Lagos City. I'm the voice of the mic, and my name is Kizuke. I've got this man with me. Talk about Ike having a chit chat with me. We'll go back to the phone lines, but don't forget the sound of the victories coming up. Don't forget the sound of passion, the sound of love tonight. Again, the Champions League hits back to your TV screen, back to the phone lines. Welcome. Great to have you. Good evening. What's your name?
Hello, good evening.
Great to have you. How are you feeling today? Good evening. What's your name?
My name is Rokuchi, first time caller.
First time caller? Oh, stay with me. What is the name again? Let me get the name. What's the name?
Rokuchi from Ijegu.
Rokuchi. Okay, welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Right.
What I want to say, nobody should blame Iwobi. Neither the team.
Right.
Neither the team. They should go back now and plan further.
Oh.
For the next.
Other than pardon blames, right?
Yes. Because nobody has a monopoly of strength. The moment they start in time now,
right,
and begin to plan ahead the football season ahead, they will perform well.
Right.
And we should understand that going abroad, calling all the foreign days at a time doesn't help Nigerian league.
Right. Okay.
Let them not sack this man. Let them not sack this man.
Okay, let them not sack Pesero.
No, they should not sack him. Let him go to the grassroots and bring up boys.
Okay.
Our own boys.
Okay.
Who are willing to play.
Okay.
Who wants to play.
All right.
We have thousands of them.
Okay. Rogochi, I love your contribution, but because of time, we need to run. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we'll talk, right?
Okay.
I appreciate you. I really appreciate you so much. Trust me from my heart. Loves. It sounded my way, some way, you know, but okay, he's looking, you're smiling. I don't know why you're smiling, but let's get back on this one. Welcome, good evening. What's your name? Yeah, I'm gonna praise you on you, Oluwashemilore. Are you cool today? Are you good?
I'm cool.
Alright, let's have you talk to me quickly.
Yeah. Yesterday you come to the show. Maybe I think you got Nigeria lost.
But I'm back. But I'm back on your radio right now. It will be. Let's fight. It will be. Let's fight. It will be out. That's my own. Right.
To be sincere. How people deserve the rules.
Right. Well deserved.
That keeper make a lot of
saves. Right.
So because everybody is playing Iwobi. It's only Iwobi that plays the place.
Okay, I get that.
Not only Iwobi that is on the field now.
Right.
Everybody has their own mistake, but now they are playing Iwobi. They are having that Iwobi scored 2 goals. They will play Iwobi.
Okay. Don't blame Iwobi.
But as for me,
we need to go. Although I say Milore, thank you. As for you what? As for you what? What do you say?
As for me, they forget everything about it and move on.
All right, I'll move on. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dozy, getting to the point where I need to do the celebration. But Ike, it's been amazing having you on the show all the time. And some people will not agree with you. You know what it means, right?
No, basically, right. They need to understand that Nigerians are actually not angry because we lost. Nigerians are actually angry because we had a shambolic
Just play. Like Henrik rather said from the
Netherlands. That's exactly what
he said we lost, but if we lost better, I mean, we didn't fight.
No, we didn't. We are not angry because we lost. This is not the first time we're losing, even in final, right? It's the fact that we were actually beaten like a child.
Right.
We didn't even turn up for the party.
It's just what it is. Okay, but I want you to end this conversation well with me, so we don't fight on the outside. Tell me now, Alex Iwobi, say this thing in the next 10 seconds. Arrange this. Tell me, bad is bad. Bad is bad, right? No. Stop. Advice.
I think people should just, like I said, people should just cut out. He will be some slack. I mean, he obeyed the instruction. He played to the manager's instructions.
Okay.
And I think what's happening to him is very, very unfair. I think people should just allow him be, and I hope to see Iwobi, bounce back and become, even a better player.
Okay, we need to go now. Our time is up. Osas, Rigucci, Oluwashimilore, Oduaka, Medics, Henry from the Netherlands, Kingsley, Faulkner from the Texas. I mean, that's New York, he said. For all of you who was part of the show, and also for those that can't get the calls, I'm so sorry, apologies. But we need to go. Our time is up on this. Okay, let's get you in the last word for now.
I mean, thank you for skipping when we're having fun. So,
right.
It's just another day to say goodbye.
Okay.
And, good evening to you, kids.
Don't say goodbye. You say good night. Goodbye sounds deep.
Yeah. Of course. Good night. Good night to our listeners. And of course, good evening, Kizike.
Okay. Oh, I need to go now. Quickly, this is the only message I could read right now. This was good evening, Kizike and Co. Alex Iwobi is now the only player that should be blamed. What about Chukwueze? What about Ola Aina? And the rest of that is a teamwork. Thanks from United, the big name. We need to go now. My time is up. VOP now, the Point FM, Lagos City. Dozy, come with me. Let's do this together. It is on this note that I have to celebrate someone. I need to celebrate. But I'll celebrate Nigeria regardless of what happened. Trust me. Obviously, every day is a special day, but today remains more special because outstanding and exceptional personalities, wonderful beings are born on this day, February the 13th, and it's a big day, Lagos City and beyond. Join me as I celebrate a special friend. Today, if you say a distant friend or a distance friend, you wouldn't be wrong to say though. But regardless, she means big to me. Trust me. Amarachi is +1 today, and I pray that the Most High, talking about the big God, grant all that your heart longs for. More grace, just as your name implies. Amarachi in the Igbo will say that. More grace, right? More grace, more of God's favor, and most importantly, many more years ahead, Amarachi. Happy birthday from all of us here at VOP, now the Point FM, Lagos City. We say we love you. Stay safe out there. Love to say this again. I beg for safety. And I'll remain the voice of the mic. My name is Kizike. Happy to be back on the radio again today. And we keep moving every day. But one thing is certainly you need to know, I cannot do this without God. So it means without me, I can't do this without God. Without God, there is no Kizike. And there is nothing wrong in starting small, but there's everything wrong when you settle for less. Lagos City, keep dreaming big. Work hard to make it a reality. Make sure you enjoy the Champions League tonight. And the news coming your way 6 p.m. right here on the People's Choice. My name is Kizike. I'll leave you with a sound.